If you've been following Easton Union for a while, you probably recognize that riff. But what you don't know is how long it took for that song to actually exist. Hey everybody, we're Easton Union. In an age of auto-tune and AI-generated content, we're a band of 4 guys who still want to get in a room together and make something special. Now we want to pull back the veil and invite you all to join us as we strive to create the best art we can and give our music a chance to connect with real people out in the world. Whether you're a fellow musician trying to find your place in this digital landscape, or just someone who appreciates organic music played by humans, we hope you'll come with us on the journey. Hey folks, Brian from Easton Union here. That riff that you heard at the top of the video, it's one of our crowd favorite tunes, Talkin' in Your Sleep. And we officially released the song back in 2023. Now, shameless plug, you can check it out on all the major streaming platforms, including right here on YouTube. But the story of that song, it goes back way farther. Let me set the scene. It was 2020. You guys probably remember that year, right? Everything shuts down. No shows, no gigs, no real timeline for when any of it's coming back. And like a lot of people, I found myself at home with a lot of time on my hands. And honestly, that wasn't all bad because it gave me space. It gave me space to be creative and to write. And I wrote quite a few songs during that time. But Talkin' in Your Sleep was the first one that I actually finished. It came together while I was sitting out by a fire in my backyard with my guitar. You're talking in your sleep, but you ain't talking about me. And it's plain to see that you're in love. Well, honey, it ain't me. Now, when I write something that I think might fit the band, I usually do the same thing. I grab my phone, I hit record, and I send it to the guys. That's the clip you just saw. And the response, it was immediate. Everyone was excited about it. Now, it took a little while before the band could actually get together in a room. But eventually we started rehearsing again. First in my garage with the door open, and later on in Nick's basement with masks on. If you've ever tried to sing wearing a cloth mask, I don't recommend it. But one of the first things we worked on was this tune, and honestly, it came together pretty quickly. But something interesting happened, because Nick heard a groove in the riff that I had never imagined. I had been playing it straight. I was kind of thinking Keith Richards in my mind. But Nick made it just a little bit funky, and that changed everything. Honey, when you're gone, you're gone too long. When you come back home, it's like you're still gone. And now you've been talking in your sleep, talking about me, and it's plain to see that you're in love, but it ain't me. So you're probably thinking, that's the end of the story, right? You wrote it in 2020, the band arranged it, and released it in 2023. But that's not even close. This story actually started 20 years ago. It was around 2006. I was living in Virginia, playing in a cover band at the time. We did bars and weddings, all of that. One day at rehearsal, I just started playing that riff. The other guitarist, Jeff, he looks over at me and goes, "Hey, what's that song?" And I said, "I don't know, I just made it up." But I made a mental note. Don't lose that one. That might be something someday. If you fast forward a few years, I tried to turn it into a song. It was a different band, different version, and I worked on it a lot. I wrote the entire song, but eventually, after sitting on it for a couple months, I scrapped it. It just wasn't right. The riff was frankly better than the song I had written. And back on the shelf it went. Honestly, though, this leads me to one of the most important lessons I've learned as a songwriter. And that's that you don't have to keep everything that you make. Sometimes the best thing you can do is keep one piece that works and let the rest go. It's okay. It's your art. You can take and use and change and scrap all you want to, and you shouldn't be afraid of that. I've actually done that quite a few times. Ideas sit for years. Little clips sit on my phone, half-finished songs, or songs that I never did anything with, and I look back and, man, I like this part or that part, and I use them. One day something just kind of clicks, and they fit somewhere just right. And that's exactly what happened with Talkin' in Your Sleep. That riff sat around for nearly 2 decades, I guess 15 years ish by the time we put it together. And finally found the right moment, the right band, and the right version. So if you're an artist, if you're a writer, if you're a musician, don't be afraid to create something that isn't perfect. Make it. Judge it later. Let it sit. Come back to it. It's okay. You never know what it might become. Now, if you've enjoyed this look behind the scenes, please consider liking and subscribing. That helps us and the channel out tremendously. And we'll see you in the next one. Much love, Easton Union. Talking in your sleep, but you ain't talking about me, and it's plain to see. Talking in your sleep, you ain't talking about me. Anyone could see that you're in love, but honey, it ain't me.